You recognise this form, right? Yeah, I'll just give that to Lena to sort out. My goodness. Hello, this is a BSL Newsround. We're talking about access to work today. Hi, lots of you have been asking me about what happened with my access to work budget and whether I lost my job. I'm very pleased to tell you that I'm still working, fortunately. They did give me a budget. It was 5 hours for a BSL interpreter, 20 hours for a communication support worker. So, with my interpreter, I rang Access to Work, wanted to find out when my budget's due to finish. And they asked me if I'd had a letter, and I said no, I hadn't. I hadn't been one for a while. I wanted to find out because I think it was due soon. Apparently it finished last week. They're doing a review. So I asked when they'd let me know. Apparently they need to speak to another department first. I can't call them direct. This department needs to call the other department, who'll then let me know, eventually. In the meantime, I'm waiting and I'm worried. Am I supposed to keep booking interpreters? What happens if I don't get a budget? It's a nightmare. Okay, so I've got a 5-hour BSL qualified interpreter budget. Finding a BSL interpreter who's happy to work for that budget for 5 hours? It's not easy. If I'm to reduce that to a 3-hour day, that's even less. Nobody will work for this. I'm trapped. I'm in a situation where I can't do anything. A 20 hours communication support worker budget, but you know communication support workers. Finding someone with skills that linguistically match my own is very difficult. I need that support every day. I won't use that 20 hours. I'm busy marketing, filming, promoting the company, and now you want me to sort out my access to work? Okay, great. The work needs to be put to one side, ringing access to work, problems getting through to the right people, wasted an hour. Meanwhile, my work's backing up, which obviously is affecting my job. My boss isn't happy. Thanks ever so much, Access to Work, for wasting an hour. Do Access to Work really understand what I do? I think they look at my job role and they think I just do daily work. They don't really understand the intricacies of the way I need to communicate and the differences between using a BSL interpreter and a communication support worker. They don't get it. Okay, so Access to Work are making all of these cuts. This means that benefits will end up going up because more of us will be out of work and claiming. We'll be jobless, at home, doing nothing, wasting the day in bed. The knock-on effects are huge. What about people's mental health? It's bound to suffer. Depression. We need to be involved in the economy, earning money, paying taxes. This is what we want, being functioning members of society, leaving our house, being part of the community. Mental health problems will be reduced in that way, and Britain will just be healthier. This is what we want. I've also been wondering why in the awarding of budgets there's no consistency from Access to Work. Completely random, arbitrary decision making. Some get nothing, some easily get what they want, and some just get a low budget. It's not fair that some of us are struggling. Okay, so a deaf person wants to apply for an Access to Work budget. They need to make a phone call to do it, but they're deaf, they have no interpreter. Obviously, if they have a budget, then they can engage an interpreter to make that call. But at the outset, how do they apply? Ask their mother to make that phone call? For goodness sake, I'm a grown-up.